most revolutionary thing you can do is grow a tomato and some greens.
Become self-sufficient.
Because that way you don't need government or grocery stores or anything. You know, and I'm just like, yo, there's one house in a neighborhood that say 2 out of every 5 houses used to have gardens and literally chickens in the back. There's one house in this one neighborhood that I see this man and woman, they run their yard every day, meaning they get out, run and jog. They have at least 8 goats that I've counted, numerous chickens and shit. And my wife and I drive down that street just to remind ourselves, motherfucker, if it ever goes down, these are the people you want to knock on the door and say, hey, you know what I mean? We like to live and help,
join up with you.
You know what I'm saying? In whatever way, because they're really ready. You know what I mean? They're really ready. So,
well, that's what most people should strive for. You should strive for water from a well.
Yeah.
You should strive for some sort of an off-grid electricity system if shit goes down. Like, if you have a generator at your house, if the power goes off, the generator can kick on and turns your fucking house back on.
Yeah, man.
That's a good thing to have.
Very good thing to have.
Yeah.
Very good thing to have.
It's a game changer, especially in the summer.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of other things. Like, you should learn how to grow food.
Yeah.
You should learn how to cook. You should learn how to make fires.
Yeah.
You should learn how to,
Black
hunt
Packers.
and fish.
Tell me, follow the Black Packers. You guys go to Instagram. They're regular folks that were just regular folks that taught themselves. My sister who grows a garden, Lovey, I never would. She was the wild one. She liked going to the clubs and drinking and shit when she was young. I never thought she'd be the one that ended up like my grandmother. Because my grandmother grew food. But I'm just like, yo, man, these skills, if you got them, you got them. No one can take them from you.
And you know where your food is coming from.
Yeah.
If you're growing all your own vegetables in your garden, all your chickens that you eat, you know what they ate because you fed it to them. I mean, if you're eating like that, that's way better for you. If you're slaughtering your own cattle, if you make deals with the neighbors, I give you a quarter, you give me some corn, we work out together. Yeah, like that's what people used to do. That's a normal thing.
And there's still things out there like that. Like there's a West Georgia farmers. I know I'm saying it wrong. It's a West Georgia farmers collective. I want to tell people out there, my focus is hyper local. So if I say shit you don't agree with, that's fine. If you're not in Atlanta or Georgia or Alabama or some shit, I don't give a fuck. But there's a West Georgia farmers collaborative where you can essentially get your food and your cows and stuff from them. It can be that local. You don't have to wonder where the chickens and cows and stuff are coming from.
Well, where is the Will Harris Farms? Where White Oak Pastures? That's in Georgia as well, right? How close is that to Atlanta? I had this dude on. I watched him talk on television. They asking him a question about Bill Gates. And they were asking about is it bad that Bill Gates is acquiring all this farmland?
It's a little scary.
What a Fox News. And so they brought him on, and he talks very slow and deliberate.
Yeah.
And he's a regenerative farmer. And they just, the news people are like, you got to hug and pick this up. So I was like, I got to have this guy on. And it was one of the most fascinating conversations I ever had.
It's way down south near Alabama.
Oh, wow.
Fort Gaines.
Oh, so that's pretty far from Atlanta.
Bluffton is what it's called, I think.
How far is that from Atlanta, like a drive? I'm sure.
Dothan, Alabama's right there.
Which Alabama town?
Dothan.
Oh, yeah, that's not. I mean, it's about halfway in between, but yeah, Dothan is easy enough to get
Dothan is where I worked my first UFC.
Yeah, that's why it sticks
in
out.
Dothan, Alabama?
Dothan, Alabama.
That's when the UFC was still on the Chitlin circuit.
Yeah, the UFC, we used to fly in propeller planes.
I looked at some of those old UFC fights, man, when it just be like total mismatch, like a fucking sumo versus a midget damn near.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, little person. That shit would be
that's
nuts.
funny. You got to say little person now.
Yeah, I'm catching up. I'm learning. I'm learning.
This
no disrespect meant to all my short folks out there.
What the fuck was I just going to say?
We were talking about UFC, propellers, flying in, Chitlin circuit.
Oh, no, White Oak Pastures.
White Oak Pastures, okay.
If you can get your food from that guy.
I'll reach out if you guys got a number.
Yeah. I think they sell in all supermarkets and shit.
That's dope.
It's got a giant regenerative farm. And what they do is they just rotate where everything goes. The cattle, they shit, they eat the grass. The shit is
my great grandmother taught me that.
It works.
My great grandmother talked to me about they'd only grow certain things for a certain amount of time, and then they move, and that plot of land would be something else. And then she taught. I was a little kid, so I didn't really quite understand the concept. But as I gotten older, I'm like, oh, I get it.
Well, what he said is that you're recreating nature in a controlled environment.
Yeah.
That's kind of, I'm paraphrasing, but I think that's what he's saying. It's like, this is how it was supposed to go. Chickens' eggs are supposed to be dark orange.
Yes.
Like that almost blood red orange. Because it's healthier. It's filled with more nutrients. Because they're out there eating bugs.
Yeah,
and,
I remember
and
telling
mice and
my
shit.
friends eggs aren't white, and them thinking I was bullshitting. Because I went to, we used to get sent like to Tuskegee,
Yeah.
and the chickens down in your great grandma's farm, they weren't white, and you was like you'd have to come back and tell kids like, nah, eggs aren't white.
Yeah, they're not white. That pale yellow of most eggs is a chicken that's malnourished probably.
Yeah.
And you watch a dark orange one, man. That's
And
what it's
even
supposed
the
to look
yolk
like.
is
Yeah.
orange, or it's
Yeah.
more orange, and they taste different. But yeah.